Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, December 17th. Water supply projects continue to be a prevalent topic at the City of Corpus Christi Council meetings. The Corpus Christi Water Council discussed the South Texas Water Authority project yesterday, noting a contract amendment for 3 million gallons per day that was tabled pending a January 13th workshop. The project may provide an additional 1.4 million gallons per day to Corpus Christi Water.
We have an agreement with the South Texas Water Authority to provide 3
MGD a day, Red. We have a contract that Council approved last week. Yes, sir. For 3 years, it was extended.
And then you're saying that South Texas Water Authority has an agreement with 7 Seas for 3 MGD.
The proposed contract amendment would be for 3 MGD.
But then you also said that there may be a difference that might be available.
That's correct. Their demand isn't 3 MGD every day. So there's some talk of some additional spare capacity, we'll call it.
But we have an agreement to provide 3 MGD. Is it a take or pay contract?
It's not a take or pay.
It is not a take or pay contract. And our contract with them was extended for 3 years under the same contractual terms.
That was City Manager Peter Zanoni, at-large Councilman Mark Scott, and Corpus Christi Water Interim COO Nick Winkleman. The council also discussed updating the Water Conservation Plan and requested nominations for a new advisory committee to review and update the plan. They also approved an interlocal cooperation agreement with the cities of Alice, Beeville, and Mathis to share resources to assist in water and wastewater projects across the region. It formally establishes a cooperative framework for resource sharing among the 4 cities. Key elements of the agreement include sharing engineering and technical resources for future water and wastewater system design, collaborative water supply projects, interconnections, and mutual aid during water or wastewater emergencies. Alice City Manager Michael Esparza told City Council they are planning by the end of the first quarter of next year to reduce usage by about 90%, which will further lessen the overall water demand that Alice places on Corpus Christi's regional system. The agreement takes effect January 1st, renews annually, and may be terminated by any party with 60 days written notice. Also in Tuesday's meeting, council members discussed the formation of a Pharr Advisory Committee to oversee a study on the Inner Harbor Desalination Plant project, emphasizing the need for transparency and diverse representation.
So the purpose of the committee is to provide input first and foremost, but we also want to make sure that we ensure collaborative and transparent analysis and interpretation of the modeling process. Once this committee is put together, we're going to be heavily involved with them throughout the process. So our goal is to form a diverse volunteer group. We're going to be reaching out to the recommended members for that committee. So it'll be comprised of local community members and subject matter experts. The group itself is going to be pretty diverse. We're trying to make sure that we have a number of areas. We want to make sure we touch the various customer classes, different areas of the community. We want institutional representation, so like the Heart Research Institute, the Coastal Bend Bays and Estuaries, the aquarium, and other institutional input. And then we want to have some local experts too, engineers, scientists, etc.
That was Corpus Christi Water Supplies Project Director Brett Van Hazel. The committee will include local experts and stakeholders with a goal to complete the study by April. Also in Tuesday's meeting, council members approved awarding $4.85 million to South Texas Building Partners for the construction of a new detention center. The project will add 2,500 square feet and upgrade an existing facility in the 3300 block of Leopard Street to create a new detention center. The building will feature a new courtroom, 9 holding cells, and perimeter fencing, among other amenities. The center is located in Council District 1. The city is currently using the facility, but upgrades are needed to accommodate an expected increase in capacity and improve operations. The city previously leased space in the Wilson Building downtown for the detention center. Construction is expected to begin next month and be completed by July 2027. Michael Hunter has been appointed as the new Port Commissioner representing the city of Corpus Christi. Council members voted in Tuesday's meeting 7-2 in favor of Hunter's appointment. Hunter, a former Corpus Christi City Council member and previous mayoral candidate, will serve on the board that helps guide policy and development for one of the largest port complexes in the country. Port CEO Kent Britton told KAAA News increased pipeline capacity and infrastructure investment will be critical to sustaining growth, while local business leaders emphasized the importance of diversifying port operations beyond energy. Ongoing capital projects for the port, such as channel deepening, dock expansion, and private terminal development, have helped position the city as one of the fastest growing energy export hubs in the country. The Rio Grande Valley Business Journal reports that Doctors Hospital at Renaissance expects to begin construction on a $25 million behavioral health hospital in Pharr this month. Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation records show that DHL was awarded a contract with Texas Health and Human Services for 100 beds inside the 184-bed hospital that will span 161,000 square feet. The project is funded with an $85 million grant through the Texas Mental Health Inpatient Facility Grant Program. Through the Texas Mental Health Inpatient Facility Grant Program, plans include inpatient beds and outpatient care for local residents from pediatric to adult and geriatric patients, in addition to those under the care of the state. The facility will provide mental health services for state civil and forensic patients, which refers to those with severe mental health issues. Some require security protocols or are involved in legal cases. In state news, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing Xcel Energy for causing the largest wildfire in state history, which burned more than 1 million acres and resulted in the death of at least 3 people and 15,000 cows. KTTC's Samantha Larned reports on the lawsuit.
Xcel operated the power lines which fell and were found responsible for sparking the 2024 Smokehouse Creek fire. Paxton says the company's, quote, blatant negligence, unquote, is responsible for the damages. In a statement, Xcel says it worked in good faith with the Attorney General's office earlier this year and has settled $361 million in 212 claims. Xcel has maintained its stance of accepting responsibility while denying negligence. Paxton's lawsuit asserts that Xcel made, quote, false representations about its safety commitments, unquote, and ignored infrastructure needs. The suit estimates the economic loss due to the fires at $1 billion. I'm Samantha Larned in Lubbock.
And South Texas has been recognized as a premier fishing spot, according to Fishing Booker, the world's largest platform for booking fishing trips. The rankings are based on more than 100,000 fishing trips across the state and take into account factors such as customer satisfaction, guide quality, booking demand, and overall value. In a new data-driven study, Port Aransas landed at number 2 on the list, followed by Corpus Christi at number 3. South Padre Island and Rockport landed at numbers 4 and 5, respectively. Anglers can target a variety of fish and locations in the region, making Corpus Christi one of the most diverse fisheries in the state. The study also pointed to steady year-round booking demand from both local and visiting anglers. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.